What's up, Aries, and welcome to your weekly reading for April 10th through April 16th. I realized for your guys' last reading that I never mentioned anything about the Libra full moon that just recently took place this last Wednesday. I had totally overlooked it in my little astrology calendar. But I hope you guys are all doing okay after that full moon. Like I said, it was in Libra, so that's your guys' polar opposites. There may have been a lot that you guys were dealing with as far as relationships or partnerships, balance, stuff like that. But this week, what I wanted to focus on was Gemini, was Venus moving into Gemini. Oh my gosh. That's just going to be about, relationships focusing on communicating. So Venus was just in Taurus, which was it was home there. So you guys may have been feeling the sensuality of that, but now it's time for the communication to come in where it comes to all relationships, not just romantic. But I was seeing, as I was shuffling the oracle cards, I saw caring connections for you guys, and I also saw the deceit card in the reverse though. So with this Gemini coming, oh my gosh, I keep calling it Gemini, with this Venus moving into Gemini coming up, someone may be coming clean about something, maybe confessing something to you, realizing okay, communication is the way to go here. Keeping secrets is not the way to go, but we will look into that. We'll start with, like I said, the oracle cards. I'm starting with the energy oracle cards. We're just going to see kind of where your energy's at, and then towards the end of the reading, I'll kind of pull some advice on how to communicate during this Venus and Gemini. All right, so what do we have for Aries, please? What do we have for Aries this week? Please and thank you, Spirit. Where's their energy? All right. Okay. So you guys got hostilities, but in the reverse. I like that. So this could be a time of, and that's funny because like I said, I saw the deceit card in the reverse. So it could be a time of, ending these hostilities, ending these, this aggressive behavior maybe. Maybe someone was acting this way towards you. Maybe there just wasn't any getting along with somebody. Maybe this full moon in Libra kind of brought some balance back to whatever the situation was. But let's just jump right into it and read it from the book. So the number 26 could be a significance, or the number 8. All right, so yeah, this card's all about having your defenses up and aggressive energy, but like I said, it's in the reverse. So it says this card reverse marks the end of hostilities for you. There's a shift in the energies around you and even about you, and the universe is supporting your own internal shift as well. Whether the aggressive action has ended due to external factors or your own intervention, this card bodes well for more peace and harmony. Be aware, however, that there still may be some action you have to take, and it may seem on the surface that things are slow in getting better. This card encourages you, letting you know that the inner vibrations are changing and the situation will be resolved. Yeah, that's awesome. And then the affirmation for that is, I'm receiving the peaceful, harmonious treatment I deserve in my life. I set boundaries, make responsible requests, and make my expectations clear. So yeah, whether this is something that was triggered during this full moon in Libra that just took place, or if this is what's going on because of Venus moving into Gemini, that this is also great. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's going to be Venus moving into Gemini, which is happening on this Monday, on the 10th. So this is pretty accurate, but why I'm feeling that more than the full moon energy is because of his sword that he's holding up. To me, whenever I see pictures or the cards or anyone in the cards holding a sword up, especially up to their face like this, like they're shielding themselves, it to me, whoa, you see that little gnat that just flew in here? Oh my gosh. Someone could have been really bugging you. And it's funny too how I said that, how he's got his defenses up and this gnat tried to come in and then flew away. He's like, no, get back. Right? So maybe you have your defenses up in a good way too, with this card being in the reverse. I mean, you're not taking any shit, even taking shit from yourself. And with the sword, to me, it represents air energy, mental energy. So that's why I'm picking up, this is very heavily talking about the Venus moving into Gemini, which is an air sign. Yeah, so great. I love to see that. I love to see that for you guys. This is definitely a time to communicate. Put your sword up, but in a communicative way. I'm not letting anything into my mental space, which is what he's doing. That's not communicated first, right? That's not filtered by communication first, if that makes sense. So I'm going to jump right into the tarot and we'll kind of see what this is talking about a little bit deeper. What do we have for Aries? Please and thank you, Spirit. Thank you. All right, so the first card out, we have the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. This could have been a time of maybe somebody, wherever these hostilities were taking place, maybe there was someone that you felt wasn't putting enough work into some area. Or maybe it's vice versa. Maybe somebody felt that you weren't putting enough work in. You weren't doing the work. You were being lazy. And they got pretty hostile with you. Take it as it resonates. Let's see. What else for Aries? Please and thank you, Spirit, for Aries. Thank you. Okay, so both of these cards came out. They came out sideways, but I'm going to take them upright. We have the 9 of Swords with the King of Wands in the reverse. Interesting. Yeah, so there was definitely some sadness due to somebody not putting in the effort here, and maybe even being kind of, abusive on top of that. Not only were they, dang, Aries, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Whether this is you, because I do see, the Sun in Aries right here, and this is your guys' energy, and we see that this anxiety card, this 9 of Swords, is facing the King of Wands. So, like I said, take it as it resonates. I don't shy away from calling people out on my channel. I don't, because listen, I call myself out every day of my damn life. So I guess it's nothing new to me. So I don't mean to offend anyone, but if this is you, like, take a look in the mirror, right? Like, we're all human. No matter what, Aries, the hostility card is in the reverse. So congratulations. Like, seriously, good for you guys. If this is you, if you guys were causing somebody this anxiety, this sleepless night, all these tears and sadness because you were either being like in this rude, tyrant kind of abusive, nasty behavior. And that's literally what it says right here. You see, like, bully, rude, nasty, impulsive, abusive. Like, the King of Wands in the reverse is not that great, and he's not putting any work in here. Or maybe this person decided to stop putting in the work because of how rude and disrespectful this person was being to them. It was causing them so much pain. Like I said, it doesn't have to be you. This could be who you're dealing with. I'm just picking up for a lot of Aries out there. This may have been you. And you guys are learning now, though, to communicate. You're communicating during this, Venus moving into Gemini. You're putting your hostilities down. You're putting your sword up in a positive way, You're understanding that, okay, these things need to be filtered through communication. Whatever's going on. Maybe even this person on this side too, I am picking up like an energy of passiveness. Like, because this energy is being so abusive and causing so much pain to this person right here, they're like, I'm not even going to try anymore. But there's this sense of like not speaking up about it too. So it's like this passive type of energy. Wow, that was very clear. I'm going to take these out real quick just so I could pick up, put them back in the deck and check to see advice for you guys on how to move forward with this situation. Let's see. But there was definitely a situation here where someone was being that King of Wands in reverse, and it caused somebody to not want to put in any effort anymore. Whether there was hostile situations and then you're finally like, okay, I don't want to put any effort. Or if that was you guys, like if that's your energy of that King of Wands in reverse and you guys are the ones up at night crying, it's because someone decided like, oh, fuck you, I'm not putting in the work anymore. Whether they were up at night with that 9 of Swords energy, that could have been you. Like, maybe you're like, damn, like, I really messed up. Like, I didn't need to be that nasty. I didn't need to be abusive like that. Like, I regret my behavior, right? And that's what caused you to be like, okay, listen, it's time for me to end this hostile behavior. Yeah, look at that. So real quick, these two cards just jumped out while I said that. We have the Moon card with the 5 of Cups. And the Moon is all about, illusions and things covered beneath the surface. So you may not even have noticed, like, if this is you guys and you guys were in that energy and you're like, damn, I messed up. Like, you guys may have not even noticed it, or it may have been something way deep down on a subconscious level that it's not like you didn't notice. It's like, it's kind of like the veil was being lifted and you're like, oh man, like that's how I was acting. Oh man, that's like, I don't want to be that person. I don't resonate with that. And some of you guys may even be like heavily focused on it too with this 5 of Cups, because this is all about being focused on these cups that are fallen over, even though there's 2 more cups over here that he could be focused on that are still full and upright. He's focused on the loss right here. which is understandable. You know, there's guilt here, there's remorse, there's regret. There's grief, sadness, and loss, trauma, heartbreak. And that's what I mean by this moon card here. It's like the veil was lifted and you're like, damn, that's my own trauma. That's my own emotional instability, right? And you're like, okay, the only thing that's going to make this better is communication. I need to start either communicating that, you know, I'm hurting, that I'm, because you know that the King of Wands, he doesn't just act that way. Hurt people, right? We don't just randomly become mean or abusive. Like there's something deep down that needs to be uncovered, and that's what that moon card is definitely showing me. And then for some of you guys, it could be a mixture. That moon card could just be clarifying that it is a mixture of that full moon in Libra that just took place, as well as Venus moving into Gemini. But anyways, let's get some advice. So how can Aries help communicate during this, help themselves communicate or communicate better during this Venus moving into Gemini? Some advice for Aries for this Venus moving into Gemini. How can they communicate better? Please and thank you, Spirit, for Venus. For Venus. For Aries. Oh my gosh, you guys, I've been doing that this whole reading. Mixing up planets and signs. Look at, we got the moon again. The moon again. So yeah, you guys really focus on what is hidden beneath the surface. Your guys' trauma, your guys' deep down hidden insecurities, your subconscious fears, right? Your anxieties. Focus on that. Start uncovering your own baggage, right? Start uncovering your trauma. And speak about it, you know? Like, maybe you start journaling about what comes up when you, like, meditate on these things, or when you start doing this work, journal about it. Like, communicate. Anything that's going to help you communicate. Talk to your partner, your friends about it, right? The next card we have out is the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. No, in the upright. Maybe it was in the reverse, you know, maybe there wasn't equal give and take. And we saw that earlier, you know, with that King of Wands and someone not putting in the work. There wasn't an equal give and take here, but now there is. So focus on that. Focus on the balance. You see the scales that he has in his hands? You see that? Like there's a balance. There's an equal give and take here. You know, this down here, it says gifts, generosity, charity, donations, community, assistance, support, sharing, kindness, prosperity, right? So focus on the equal exchange when it comes to communicating, where, you know, don't, like, for example, say you start uncovering these traumas and you just start spilling your baggage on your partner or on your friends. Like, you start just blah, 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 just like, you know, spilling it out your mouth. Allow them space to speak as well, for you to hear how they feel, for you to hear what they're dealing with, right? An equal give and take. Maybe like, set like a time or like a day that you want to communicate with your friends or your partner, right? Like something like that. But it needs to be a balanced, equal give and take here. What else can Aries do? Thank you. All right. We have the Death card. And you know, the Scorpio is really standing out to me. I saw Scorpio, the sign of Scorpio in another card, and it really stood out to me. So maybe you have Scorpio placements, or maybe you're dealing with a Scorpio. But either way, we have the Death card, which is spiritual transformation and new beginnings. So definitely when it comes to uncovering all these traumas, be ready to let them go and heal and move on. These traumas or these things that you are going to uncover, Aries, they don't make you who you are. That is not who you are. You don't need to identify these things. Put a death to them, right? Put an end to them. Put them to rest. Uncover them, yes, but do not hold on to them. Be open to this change and this transition, right? On the side, it says, I'm willing to let go of past versions of myself. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Like, don't hold on to, you know, like I said, I was getting that energy of like, damn, I fucked up. Like, that's not who I am. I don't resonate with that. Like, and that's okay. You're allowed to do that. You're allowed to have these deaths of these versions of yourself. You are not attached to these versions of yourself. Okay, remember that. Ooh, yeah, that was a spirit came in strong for that one. I'm going to end this reading with just an advice card from the angels. What do we have for Aries? Please and thank you, Spirit, for Aries. Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, it fell all the way to the floor. Let me get it. All right. Okay, that's funny. I saw this when I was shuffling for you guys. So you guys got perfect timing. Perfect timing. Let me focus that. And it says, now is the perfect moment for you to act on your inspirations. The doors are open while you walk through them with us by your side. Don't delay or procrastinate. All as all of the ingredients are right for your success. Everything and everyone is on your side, supporting your positive outcome. So yeah, just remember that everything is divinely timed. It's so funny. I get like super Gemini vibes from this. I don't know if it's the color or I don't know, but this Venus in Gemini is really going to help you guys communicate. And these hostilities, whatever this hostile situation that took place, or you know, this uncovering of these past selves that you guys are putting an end to, and you know, creating a balance, it's all divinely timed. So keep that in mind. Do not beat yourself up like, why did I act this way? Why did I do this? You are on this path for a reason. You were meant to learn this for a reason. You were meant to be here to gain some knowledge from this for a reason, right? It's not for nothing. So I'm going to actually read you this from the book. It says this card means that you need to take certain steps before your prayer can be fully answered. The angels say that now is the perfect time to act. They will guide you along the way. Sometimes it's not so important how we approach a situation, but that we put energy, action, and intention into manifesting what we desire. And in this case, it would be about uncovering these traumas, right? So that you can communicate them freely, learning how to communicate on a more like open level, right? Do not rush this process, Aries. It is going to be a process. We don't just learn these things overnight, right? But it says once we take the first step in the direction of our desired outcome, the universe then gives us additional help. So just remember that the universe is on your side when it comes to this transitioning. Don't beat yourself up, Aries. We're all human. It is okay, I promise. And if this isn't you, you know, if this isn't you being the hostile one and you were dealing with someone that was hostile, remember that it's okay to end that, right? Like to say if you're putting an end to that, or say you decided to move on with this person and communicate better with them, right? And they're like, oh man, I messed up. Thank you for giving me a second chance, blah, blah, blah. You don't have to be that same person that you were dealing with them, right? You are always able to become a new version of yourself, Aries, no matter what. So those are your messages for this week. I hope they resonated. I'm sending you guys lots of love as always. Take care.